traffic lights clicking, a cafe sign humming softly. The city lowers down its voice, like it finally has a choice. Blue light gathers on the street, underneath the passing feet. Windows glow then fade away, like small stars ending their day. I sit where the shadows lean, somewhere quiet in between what I lost and what I keep, before the city falls asleep. And the night feels kind when it doesn't ask too much, just a little time and a little human touch. Before the city sleeps, let the piano carry me through the soft and empty streets, back to where my heart can breathe. Before the city sleeps, I let the heavy hours go. In the warm and fading light, I am learning to move slow. Someone laughs across the road, then the silence takes it home. A paper cup, a closing door, nothing feels so loud anymore. I don't need a perfect sign, just this quiet place in time, where the world is almost still and my heart can gently heal. Before the city sleeps, let the piano carry me through the soft and empty streets, back to where my heart can breathe. Before the city sleeps, I let the heavy hours go. In the warm and fading light, I am learning to move slow. Tomorrow waits beyond the glass, but I don't have to hurry past this little piece, this gentle room, this silver evening fading soon. Before the city sleeps, I feel lighter than before, not because the ache is gone, but it doesn't rule me anymore. Before the city sleeps, there is hope in quiet things, a soft note, a slower breath, and the comfort evening brings. The lights grow dim, and I come home within. Morning light spills over porcelain, a piano wakes beneath the steam. The cafe opens with a quiet glow, sunlight resting on the wooden floor. Someone turns the old sign slow, like yesterday has closed its door. A little sugar, a silver spoon, warm air drifting through the room. Outside, the city finds its pace. Inside, the morning leaves a space. And I don't need a perfect sky, just this window and this light. Every shadow learns to fade when the day begins this kind. Stay with me in the golden hour, where the coffee warms the air. Let the world move soft around us, like it knows we're healing there. Stay with me just a little longer in the quiet morning blue. Every broken piece feels softer when the light comes shining through. There's a notebook by the corner seat, half a sentence, half a dream. Maybe life is not so far from becoming what we mean. I used to chase the louder days, neon nights and crowded rooms. Now I find a deeper grace in coffee rings and quiet tunes. And I don't have to know the way, every answer takes its time. Sometimes peace is just a song playing softly in the mind. Stay with me in the golden hour, where the coffee warms the air. Let the world move soft around us, like it knows we're healing there. Stay with me just a little longer in the quiet morning blue. Every tired heart grows lighter when the light comes shining through. Maybe hope is not a fire, maybe it's a candle low. Something gentle on the table, something only silence knows. Maybe love is not returning, maybe it is learning how to sit alone beside the window and still feel whole somehow. Stay with me in the golden hour, where the coffee warms the air. Let the world move soft around us, like it knows we're healing there. Stay with me just a little longer. Let the morning take its time. Every quiet dream grows warmer in this golden cafe light. The piano fades into the sunlight. Coffee steam rises, then disappears. A new day waits beyond the window, soft enough to start from here. Soft cafe lights dimming one by one. The last piano note still hanging in the room. I stayed where the silence began, with the evening resting in my hands. The table slept, the windows glowed, the street outside was moving slow. I didn't wanna leave too soon. This quiet felt like a small moon. A gentle song crossed through the air and found the tired places there. No need to speak, no need to mend. I stayed until the music ends. Maybe maybe peace is just a moment we don't rush, a softer kind of healing that begins in hush. I'll stay until the music ends, until the last note fades away, until the weight inside my heart is somewhere warm to stay. I'll stay until the music ends in this tender evening light. If the world can wait outside, I can breathe again tonight. The piano held the room so still, like time had softened by the windowsill. I let the old days pass me by without asking them to say goodbye. The night was not a lonely place, it wore a calm and gentle face, and every note so slow and clear made me glad that I was here. I'll stay until the music ends, until the last note fades away, until the weight inside my heart is somewhere warm to stay. I'll stay until the music ends in this tender evening light. If the world can wait outside, I can breathe again tonight. No need to hurry toward the door, no need to carry anymore. Some songs don't ask us to be strong, they only help us move along. I'll stay until the music ends, until the silence feels like home, until I'm not afraid to sit with the quiet on my own. I'll stay until the music ends, and when the final chord is through, I'll leave a little lighter than the person that I knew. The music ends, but peace stays too. Soft match strike, a small table lamp glowing in the corner. I kept the light on low, not for you to come back home. The room is quiet, almost still, a little warmth along the windowsill. I used to wait beside the door, like waiting could become something more. But tonight feels different somehow. I'm not asking where you are now. The piano moves through empty space and leaves a calm I can't replace. Maybe the light was never only meant for you. Maybe I kept it burning so I could find me too. I kept the light on through the lonely blue, not because I'm lost inside a memory of you. I kept the light on, soft against the night. Now I see it shining back, and I know I'll be alright. The street is quiet after rain, no footsteps calling out my name. Still there's comfort in the glow of learning how to let things go. I don't pause to knock or turn back every broken clock. Some doors close without a sound, and peace comes slowly settling down. I kept the light on through the lonely blue, not because I'm lost inside a memory of you. I kept the light on, soft against the night. Now I see it shining back, and I know I'll be alright. A little flame, a little room, a softer way to heal the wound. I'm not waiting like before, I'm coming home to me once more. I kept the light on, now it feels like mine. Not a signal through the dark, but a quiet place to shine. I kept the light on, gentle, warm and true. Somewhere in this peaceful glow, I stopped reaching back for you. Sparse piano, lamp hum fading. The night is still, but I am light. A vinyl needle kisses the night. Soft jazz leans into the room. Velvet chairs and amber light. Coffee dark as midnight rain. A lonely saxophone outside calls the city by its name. I slow my breath, let the evening move through me. Nothing to chase tonight. Velvet coffee, soft jazz glow. Hold me where the shadows slow. Every note feels warm and true, like the night was made for blue. Velvet coffee, quiet heart. Let the old world fall apart. In this room of gold and sound, I feel my feet touch solid ground. Rain paints silver on the street. Candles tremble near the glass. I don't need the past to leave, I just let it gently pass. Maybe peace is not a place, maybe it is this refrain. A cup, a chair, a little grace, and music soft enough for pain. Velvet coffee, soft jazz glow. Hold me where the shadows slow. Every note feels warm and true, like the night was made for blue. Velvet coffee, quiet heart. Let the silence become art. In this room of gold and sound, The chairs are turned upside down. The streetlights lean on the glass, and somewhere between the last small sound, the evening learns to pass. I stay behind when the room went still, with one warm cup in the windowsill. The rain outside didn't ask my name, it only touched the dark the same. There's a quiet that doesn't hurt, a folded sleeve, a coffee shirt, the kind of night that lets you see how tired a heart can be. And I don't need the world to know what I carried through the day. Just one soft note played slow to help me put it away. After closing time, the piano keeps the light playing low for broken hours, turning shadows into white. After closing time, I breathe a little more, like the song was waiting for me by the empty cafe door. The clock moves soft across the wall, like it's afraid to wake us all. A little dust in golden air, feels like someone still is there. I used to think that being strong meant holding every silence long, but now I let the music stay and let the rest fade away. No grand goodbye, no bitter scene, no tear I have to hide, just a melody in between the leaving and the light. After closing time, the piano keeps the light playing low for broken hours, turning shadows into white. After closing time, I breathe a little more, like the song was waiting for me by the empty cafe door. Maybe healing starts this small, one note falling, then nothing at all. Maybe peace is not a place, but a sound that leaves some space. I don't need to be brand new, I just need the night to move gently through this room with me, until my hands feel free. After closing time, the piano holds the night, not too sad and not too bright, just enough to make it right. After closing time, I'm not lost like before. There's a little hope still singing by the empty cafe door. Only piano, very soft vocal lane. The last note fades into the rain, and I feel warm again. One last cup before midnight, steam rising through the quiet light. The cafe door is almost closed, the city hums in softer tones. I hold the warmth between my hands, like something I can understand. No need to fix the whole day now, no the evening stay, not to remind me, but to carry it away. One last cup before midnight, one slow breath before the dawn. I don't have to be alright, just a little less undone. In the hush before tomorrow, with the rain against the glass, I can leave a little sorrow in the bottom of the cup at last. The lights are low, the table's bare. There's healing in the empty air. A faded song, a gentle key, finds the tired part of me. I used to run from nights like this, from silence and from what I missed. But now it feels like coming home, to sit with peace and be alone. One last cup before midnight, one slow breath before the dawn. I don't have to be alright, just a little less undone. In the hush before tomorrow, with the rain against the glass, I can leave a little sorrow in the bottom of the cup at last. Maybe hope is something small, not a sunrise, not a call, just warm coffee, piano rain, and a heart that softens again. One last cup before midnight, one soft song before I go. The night is still but not empty. There's a light I almost know. In the hush before tomorrow, I feel lighter than I was. I can leave a little sorrow in the bottom of the cup. One last cup. One last cup, and I am enough. Soft fingers arranging a small glass vase, petals brushing against the table, 3 small flowers in a jar, made the room feel less far. Nothing grand, just white and blue, leaning gently into view. Beside a cup, beneath the light, they made a quiet corner bright. I sat there with my tired hands, trying not to make big plans. The piano touched the evening air, like someone saying I am there. Maybe beauty doesn't need a reason to arrive. Maybe small things teach the heart how to feel alive. Small flowers on the table, soft enough to stay. A little color in the room at the ending of the day. Small flowers on the table, simple, kind, and true. Tonight I found a little peace in something small and new. The city moved beyond the glass, but I let every hour pass. No need to chase, no breathe the night in like a friend. A fallen petal near my sleeve reminded me how gently things can leave. Not broken, not erased, just changing in their own soft grace. Small flowers on the table, soft enough to stay. A little color in the room at the ending of the day. Small flowers on the table, simple, kind, and true. Tonight I found a little peace in something small and new. I don't need the whole sky clear, I don't need the answers near. A quiet bloom, a piano line can make this little moment mine. Small flowers on the table, holding up the light. They don't promise anything, but they comfort me tonight. Small flowers on the table in the warm cafe glow. Some healing comes so quietly, you barely hear it grow. Sparse piano, soft room tone fading. 3 small flowers, and I feel lighter. Rain whispers over the awning. Warm milk folds into the cup. Gray clouds rest above the street. A cappuccino warms my hands. The window blurs the passing cars like watercolor over plans. I let the slow rain speak, let the old ache disappear. Softly, cup by cup. Rainy day cappuccino, hold my heart in your glow. Every drop on the window teaches me to let go. Rainy day cappuccino, soft as a song. I know in this quiet little cafe, I feel the warmth return slow. Foam leaves traces on the rim, like clouds that learn to stay. A little jazz behind the counter turns the afternoon to clay. Maybe healing comes in small things, not in thunder, not in flame. Just a rainy cup of comfort and a heart that speaks its name. Rainy day cappuccino, hold my heart in your glow. coffee turns slow. The rain falls light. The cup runs low. But something inside me softens. Soft glass cup placed near the window, distant bicycle bell passing outside. I found a table by the light where the world felt kind tonight. The window held the evening blue and softened every thought of you. A little cup, a folded sleeve, a quiet place where I could breathe. The piano moved like candle smoke through all the words I never spoke. No heavy heart, no need to hide, just peace sitting by my side. Maybe I don't need a perfect place to heal, just one gentle corner where everything feels real. At the quiet table near the window, I let the evening stay. All the weight I carried in slowly slipped away. At the quiet table near the window, under warm and fading light, I found a softer kind of hope waiting there tonight. A stranger laughed across the room, then silence settled back too soon. I watched the street lights start to glow and felt my tired breathing slow. No need to chase another sign, no need to fix this heart of mine. The music knew what I could not and gave me back what I forgot. At the quiet table near the window, I let the evening stay. All the weight I carried in slowly slipped away. At the quiet table near the window, under warm and fading light, I found a softer kind of hope waiting there tonight. Some peace arrives without a name, a little different, still the same. A cup, a song, a room that glows, a heart that finally knows. At the quiet table near the window, I am lighter than before. Not because the past is gone, but it owns me less than before. At the quiet table near the window, I can sit with who I am, and in the hush between the notes, I begin again. Sparse piano, distant bicycle bell fading. The window glows, and I feel home. An old radio turns on softly. A half-forgotten melody comes through. Your favorite song found me tonight, between the static and the light. I didn't look for yesterday, it came in through a quiet wave. A melody we used to know, played soft enough to let me go. The room stayed warm, the piano low. The evening moved in amber slow. I heard you laugh inside one line, then let it fade back into time. Some memories return, not to make us fall, but to show the heart it survived it all. The song you left behind doesn't hurt the same. It carries your shadow, but it no longer calls my name. The song you left behind still knows where we've been, but tonight it sounds like healing when the chorus comes in. I used to turn the volume down, afraid your voice was still around, but now I let the music stay like rain that learned a kinder way. No need to close the past too tight, no need to chase it through the night. A simple chord, a gentle key, brings me softly back to me. The song you left behind doesn't hurt the same. It carries your shadow, but it no longer calls my name. The song you left behind still knows where we've been, but tonight it sounds like healing when the chorus comes in. I wanna erase the melody, I'll let it change its home in me, from something lost to something kind, a little light you left behind. The song you left behind plays softer than before. It doesn't ask me to return, it only opens up the door. The song you left behind is quiet, warm and clear. I can keep the beautiful without keeping you here. Radio fades, only sparse piano remains. Your song goes still, and I am here. Soft keys turning in a door lock, a coat sliding from tired shoulders. I didn't know how far I'd gone until the quiet called me home. The evening folds around my hands like someone who can understand. I leave the long day at the door, it doesn't need my body anymore. A piano note begins to fall, soft enough to hold it all. The room is small, the light is low, but something in me starts to slow. I'm not there yet, but I'm closer than before. One breath, one step across the wooden floor. I'm almost home, not a place but a feeling. A little warmth inside my chest, a softer kind of healing. I'm almost home, where the night is kind and slow. I don't have to be so strong, I can finally let go. The city hums behind the glass, but it no longer pulls me back. I make some tea, I close my eyes and let the silence be alright. No need to know the whole way through, no need to be somebody new. Tonight I only need to be a little more at peace with me. I'm almost home, not a place but a feeling. ears needing less. A quiet song, a steady breath, a heart returning to itself. I'm almost home with the piano by my side. Every tired part of me is learning how to rest tonight. I'm almost home and the dark no longer feels alone. In this gentle evening light, I'm finding my way home. Sparse piano, soft room tone, fading. One slow breath and I'm almost home. Soft breath on a cold window, fingertip tracing a fading shape. I wrote your name where the glass was warm, then watched it disappear by dawn. The cup was quiet in my hands. The night moved slow across the lamp. I didn't call, I didn't try to pull your shadow from the light. Your name rose softly in the air, then broke apart before my stare. Not every memory has to stay, some are meant to drift away. And I'm learning how to let it fade without losing the good we made. Your name in the steam, gone before it stays. A little ache, a little peace, rising from the page. Your name in the steam, soft against the night. I can miss what used to be and still feel warm inside. The piano plays a gentle line, like it understands the time. A small goodbye, a quiet breath, no heavy tears, no bitterness. I used to hold the past too near, afraid the silence meant you'd disappear. But now I see the kinder truth, letting go keeps some light too. Your name in the steam, gone before it stays. A little ache, a little peace, rising from the page. Your name in the steam, soft against the night. I can miss what used to be and still feel warm inside. Some names become a softer sound, not lost, but no longer bound. A trace of light, a breath, a song, here for a moment, then moving on. Your name in the steam, fading clear and slow. I don't need to hold it tight to keep the love I know. Your name in the steam, under amber light. What once felt like goodbye feels gentle here tonight. Sparse piano, soft cup sound fading. The steam is gone, but I'm not cold. footsteps on wet pavement. A coat placed softly on a wooden chair. I chose the seat where the window glows and watch the street forget its noise. Rain writes slowly on the glass, little lines from a softer past. I don't chase what slipped away, I let it blur with the evening gray. The cup is warm, the room is low. A quiet song begins to grow, not from pain, not from regret, just something I can't name yet. Maybe I was tired from holding too much in. Maybe the small silence is where I start again. Rain on the window seat, falling light and memory. Every drop feels kind tonight, washing shadows into peace. Rain on the window seat, I breathe where I used to break. The world outside is moving on, and so am I, slow and awake. A passing car, a silver line, turns the street to candle shine. I see my face in the window there, a little worn but still aware. I used to fear the quiet hours, the empty roads, the closing flowers. But now the night sits next to me, soft as a melody. Rain on the window seat, falling light in memory. Every drop feels kind tonight, washing shadows into peace. Rain on the window seat, I breathe where I used to break. The world outside is moving on, and so am I, slow and awake. No thunder, no goodbye, just water from the sky, teaching my heart to release without needing a reason why. Rain on the window seat, gentle as a whispered prayer. I leave a little weight behind in the softly glowing air. Rain on the window seat, I'm not the same as yesterday. The rain keeps falling quietly and carries me away. Sparse piano, soft room ambience. I sit still and the rain is kind. Soft kettle clicking off, tea poured slowly into a small cup. The water sings, then disappears into the quiet of the room. Midnight sits beside my chair, with gentle hands and silver air. I make some tea, I lower the light and let the day fall out of sight. No one is coming through the door, but I don't fear that anymore. The piano moves in tender lines and gives my heart a little time. Maybe being alone can feel warm, not cold, when I stop asking silence for someone else to hold. Midnight tea for one, underneath the fading moon. I am softer than I was in this quiet little room. Midnight tea for one, no sorrow left to prove, just a cup between my hands and a heart beginning to move. The window keeps the city far, the spoon rests still beside the jar. I breathe in slow, I let out more than I was carrying before. The past may knock but not too loud. It fades into the evening cloud, and in the steam I start to see there's still a home inside of me. Midnight tea for one, underneath the fading moon. I am softer than I was in this quiet little room. Midnight tea for one, no sorrow left to prove, just a cup between my hands and a heart beginning to move. I don't need the night to end, I don't need to call it pain. Some quiet hours become a friend when they learn to speak my name. Midnight tea for one, warm enough to keep me here. Not alone the way I thought, not as lost as I feared. Midnight tea for one, and the piano softly knows healing doesn't always bloom. Sometimes it simply glows. Sparse piano cup placed gently down. The tea grows still, and I feel home. Neon hums beyond the window. Black coffee fills a porcelain cup. Midnight leans across the table. City lights begin to blur. An Americano, dark and quiet, holds the words I never heard. I don't fight the silence now, I let it sit with me like an old familiar friend. Midnight Americano glow, warm my hands and moving slow. Every shadow in this room turns to velvet, turns to blue. Midnight Americano glow, tell the night I'm not alone. In this little cafe light, I make peace with my own soul. There's a taxi in the rainfall. There's a song behind the glass. I watch the steam rise from the darkness, like a prayer that learns to pass. Maybe lonely has a beauty when it doesn't ask for more. Just a cup beneath the lamplight, this quiet cafe light, I feel softer than before. The neon fades, the coffee cools, and the night becomes gentle. Umbrella closing gently, water drops falling from the doorway. The rain came in with quiet shoes and left the cold outside the room. I used to hear the rain and ache, like every drop knew where I'd break. But tonight it taps a slower song, and somehow I can sing along. The window shines, the table glows, the piano speaks in undertones. No heavy storm, no memory fight, just silver lines across the night. Maybe time can change the sound of everything. What once felt like sorrow now feels like breathing. When the rain becomes soft, I don't run from the sky. I let the evening hold me and let the old days pass by. When the rain becomes soft, even silence feels kind. Every little drop is teaching my tired heart to unwind. A candle leans beside my cup. The quiet room is warm enough. I don't need answers anymore, just peace arriving at the door. The past still comes, but not too loud, like distant thunder behind a cloud. It fades into the piano's tone and leaves me gently on my own. When the rain becomes soft, I don't run from the sky. I let the evening hold me and let the old days pass by. When the rain becomes soft, even silence feels kind. Every little drop is teaching my tired heart to unwind. Not every tear stays bitter, not every night stays cold. Some storms become a whisper when the heart learns to let go. When the rain becomes soft, there's warmth inside the gray. I'm not afraid of missing you the way I was yesterday. When the rain becomes soft, I can hear the healing start. A little song outside the window, a little light inside my heart. The rain falls low and I let go. Just an elevator bell, soft footsteps in a quiet hallway. I came in from the cold outside with tired hands and nowhere to hide. The corner table knows my name, a little candle, a little flame. The room is quiet but not bare. There's something gentle in the air. I don't need a crowded place or someone else to fill the space. The piano moves across the room like light returning to the moon. Maybe being alone doesn't mean I'm lost. Maybe peace can find me without asking what it cost. I'm a little less lonely tonight, with the soft keys holding me near. A little less heavy inside, a little more willing to be here. I'm a little less lonely tonight, not healed but slowly alright. In this warm and quiet light, I'm a little less lonely tonight. The city fades behind the glass, a silver car goes drifting past. I let the silence sit with me like an old friend patiently. No one calls and that's okay. Some nights are meant to end this way. With every note I come undone and feel myself become someone. I'm a little less lonely tonight, with the soft keys holding me near. A little less heavy inside, a little more willing to be here. I'm a little less lonely tonight, not healed but slowly alright. In this warm and quiet light, I'm a little less lonely tonight. I won't rush the morning in, I won't fight the place I'm in. If the dark can feel this kind, maybe I'll be fine. I'm a little less lonely tonight, the world feels softer than before. A little more open inside, a little less afraid of the door. I'm a little less lonely tonight, not alone the way I was. The music leaves a tender light where the silence used to hurt. Single piano notes, quiet room tone, just one small light, and I'm alright. Soft kettle breath, porcelain cups set gently on the table. Steam climbs into the amber light, like words I almost said tonight. I watch it rise, then disappear, a little ghost of what was here. The room is warm, the night is slow, the piano speaks in notes I know. I used to hold the silence tight, like it could keep the past alive. But now I let the quiet move through every space I gave to you. Some things fade without a sound. Some hearts heal when they're not held down. Steam above the coffee, drifting soft and free. All the things I couldn't say are leaving quietly. Steam above the coffee, under golden light. I don't need the past to stay, to feel warm tonight. Window paints the street in gray. A taxi hums and rolls away. I trace a circle on the glass and let the moment gently pass. No heavy tears, no bitter song, just learning where my heart belongs. A simple cup, a tender key, enough to bring me back to me. Steam above the coffee, drifting soft and free. All the things I couldn't say are leaving quietly. Steam above the coffee, under golden light. I don't need the past to stay, to feel warm tonight. Is not a sign. Maybe it just takes its time, rising slowly, fading clear, leaving only warmth still here. Steam above the coffee, soft as morning rain. What I thought would always hurt feels lighter than its name. Steam above the coffee, I breathe and let it go. Some goodbyes are gentle when the heart moves slow. Songs, sparse piano, soft vinyl crackle. The cup grows still, and I feel home. Soft raincoat hanging on a wooden hook. Quiet footsteps fading into the room. I left the weather at the door and didn't carry it anymore. The room was small, the light was low, a gentle place where time moves slow. No one asked me to explain the shape of all I couldn't name. A piano note fell warm and clear, like someone saying, "You are here." And for the first time in a while, I didn't have to force a smile. Maybe rest is not escape. Maybe peace is where we start. When the world becomes too loud, we need a place to rest the heart. I found a place to rest my heart, in the quiet after rain, where every tired piece of me could softly breathe again. I found a place to rest my heart, under amber evening light. Not perfect, not forever, but enough for me tonight. The city kept its distant sound, but it could not pull me down. I held my tea with both my hands, like warmth could help me understand. I disappear. I only need to meet myself here. With every note, with every breath, I lay down what the day had left. I found a place to rest my heart, in the quiet after rain, where every tired piece of me could softly breathe again. I found a place to rest my heart, under amber evening light. Not perfect, not forever, but enough for me tonight. No heavy dream, no answer near, just one small room that feels sincere. A little silence, soft and wide, a safe place for the ache inside. I found a place to rest my heart, where the night was warm and still, where healing didn't make a sound, but somehow always will. I found a place to rest my heart, and I'm lighter than before. Sometimes peace is just a room that doesn't ask for more. Sparse piano, soft room tone fading. I close my eyes and rest my heart.